Hello everyone, we're back for another Let's Play episode. So I think I might have misnumbered the last one, but you know what, I don't really care, and I'm not really sure which episode this is, but we're back for another one, hooray! So I'm recording this just after the last one, where we had a really hard time searching at about 1,400 trophies, and I decided to drop down to 1,200. While we were dropping down, we ran into a base with 300,000 of each resource, almost all in the collectors and mines. Unfortunately, we had next to no guys to steal it with, so yes, that was pretty unfortunate. We are back, though, with 1,200 trophies now, and we're going to see what matchmaking looks like down here, 200 trophies lower. See if it looks a little better than it was up above. So, that's what we're doing today. We're going to jump right into it and see how it goes. So, we basically couldn't find anyone with more than 50 to 60,000 gold. Like, that was pretty much where it was capping out. And I probably went through, I want to say at least 25 to 40 bases. Well, there's one right off the bat. Should we take it? Looks easy. No reason not to. We could try to find like a better one, I guess, is the only thing. But, you know, I don't want to be too picky here. Let's check for clan castle, guys. I expect there should be some, and there are not, so that's nice. We are getting a bit of gold each time, which shows that most of the gold is in the storages in the center. We're going to be deploying giants over here to take this out, and then a healer to follow it up immediately, because there is no other air defense on a Town Hall 6 base. So, this I think should show us some of the benefits of just researching and be willing to back out. The second wall breaker totally failed. That's alright. They're about to break through anyways. The first wall breaker is going to weaken the wall over here, so after they take out this archer tower, hopefully all the giants should go for that weakened wall on the right near the cannon. And of course they don't, so you know what? I'm wrong. That's alright. Always try to make predictions like that. Even if you do turn out to be wrong, you do probably learn something. Because they're not coming for the cannons over here, I'm going to deploy barbarians and archers to take them out. Especially the archers. I don't want the barbarians to break through the walls. The barbarians are mostly to distract. But yes, deploy. Go. And meanwhile, everything else is attacking, which is good. And the cannons just go down the left, and the mortar's down, and that leaves 3 guys, including the 2 wizard towers. Oh, and the archer tower, which I totally ignored. But the healers actually spread out, healing like one small group of giants, which sort of sucks. I wish it was healing the same ones. But fortunately, 2 of the groups just combined into one, and now they're going to combine back into a single group, which should keep most of the rest alive. That's all. That's good news. We want to keep them together, so the healer splash heals heal them all. With the last cannon going down, I'm not afraid of losing this whatsoever, because this healer should have no problem keeping them alive against one wizard tower. Wizard towers do not do much damage to individual units, they do damage to all the units together, but because I'm healing all of them together, that doesn't matter at all. So these guys I've already deployed should clean this up. Let's check the corners for random buildings, so we don't have to wait out. And there's none of them. So that is good news as well. This guy, he's got a lot of little decorations around, so it looks like he might be sort of inactive, not active enough to clean them out regularly. So he probably logs on now and then, but not super regularly. 92,000 gold. There we go. Sounds good. And let's head on back, and what does that give us? Or what does it give close to giving us? Well, the main thing I'm looking for is a hidden Tesla right here. Now, if I was smart, I probably would have done this math ahead of time, but it looks like we're about 10,000 gold short on upgrading to this hidden Tesla, and this was my goal. And because I'm disorganized and probably should have looked at it, turns out we should have attacked a base that had, was at 92,000, so we probably were looking for 102,000 or more gold. As is, we can just wait, train up this army, and go get that little bit else, but always want to be aware, just so it's good to start upgrades as soon as you can. So, speaking of starting upgrades and attacking again, let's queue up some guys. We did not have to deploy any goblins, we had to deploy most of our barbarians and a good chunk of archers. I've already have our giant and healer queued up. We do need to do the 2 wall breakers as well. So 1 wall breaker and 10 barbarians in 2 of these. And then the last one I'll tie up. So that's 7 minutes 40 seconds. This one, because we're queuing the exact same, should be the same. But we'll check that just in case. And 7 minutes 30 seconds. Makes sense considering the amount of time we had to queue. And just archers in this one, so 7 minutes and that. Now, because we're all at like 7 minutes 30-ish seconds, how many more guys do we need? So it looks like we need 21 more guys, And I can tell that because I did the math. It was 79 minus 200, or other way around, but you get the point, which is 7 archers in each of these 3 barracks, and I'm not going to put any in the last one. I'm going to start another healer. So that puts us exactly 200 out of 200. Queue up our extra healer here, puts us at 220 out of 200. Perfect. That is good. So while those are training up for the next, what was it, 7.5 plus 7 archers, about 5 minutes? No, 7.5? About 8-10 minutes. We can check out a couple of attacks. Let's start off with this top one. I looked at this one in the last video. Let's start off with this mass archer attack because it looks like we're doing pretty good. And against only mass archer, I would expect us to do pretty good. Mass archer is not the best against mortars. It is level 5 archers, but however, our mortars should still take them out in 1 hit. We shall see, though. They should be high enough level to do that. However, he is using them pretty effectively. What he's doing is only deploying enough to take out these mines and collectors. He shouldn't be deploying these ones down here. This one is under construction, and yeah, it doesn't have any resources in it when they're under construction. So actually I like this. I thought that he'd be attacking really heavily with it, but you know what? Just picking off resources isn't bad. However, you always have to consider how much resources you're getting in total and if it's really worth it. And I don't think in this case it actually is. There goes a mortar hitting those guys over there on the right. They weren't grouped up though, so it doesn't really matter that much. Last couple of clan castle guys are coming out. We did get attacked just before this, which didn't give us a shield, so it took out a lot of stuff without giving us a shield. And sort of frustrating right there. Okay, so more archers coming down. They finished up our clan castle guys. Well, 1 left now, maybe 2. Working on the mines and collectors. I hope he'll pick off the town hall to give us a shield. We'll see if that happens though. And 1 less collector that's easily attackable. I think he might be trying to get at least 1 star. I don't think he's trying to drop in trophies. So because like, why else would you attack the army camp? So I'm predicting that's what he's doing there. You see him keep having to deploy more and more guys to take out certain collectors and mines, which means if that happens and you have to do that, you should have deployed more in the first place. But he will get his 1 star very easily with the town hall outside the walls. He should be aware of that. Shouldn't even be bothered picking off army camps and stuff like that. I don't have an issue with deploying more heavily to take out the mines and collectors, except for the fact that you should have predicted that you need to do that ahead of time, and shouldn't have had to deploy more. Because if you deploy them all at once, then they'll be attacking together, rather than deploying later when they won't be attacking together while some are dying. And he surrenders as soon as he has the win, and let's check out how many resources he actually got to decide if that was actually worth it or not. And the verdict is apparently slow to load. So he got 6,000 gold, 6.6, and 15,000 elixir. Now, is this really worth it? No, I'm not thinking so. So, let's see. This is 97 archers, and those cost 200 elixir each. And that is 19,000 resources. Meanwhile, he stole, yes, technically more than that. He stole 22,000 resources. That only means he got 3,000 resources profit. That's nothing. That's terrible. That shows his attack was not worth it. He saw that we had enough resources, and he saw that our collectors and mines were partially full, so he thought that taking just them out would be enough to get a profit. But it turns out most of our resources were in the storages in the center, so he was actually not even, well, he made a profit, but not enough to like make it worth his time at all, not enough to make it worth the time invested in training up guys and while you're waiting. However, it's what he did. He made a decision. He failed. He did it poorly, I guess. I would guess he's a Town Hall 9, possibly. He's definitely an 8. I think he's a 9 given how few resources he stole, but we'll check that out real briefly right here. Interesting layout, and he is Town Hall 9, indeed. So how I was able to tell that, Town Hall 9s take penalties for attacking Town Hall 7s or below, and penalty is in the form of you can't steal as many resources. Because he stole so few resources, I was expecting that he would be a Town Hall 9 and had to take that penalty. You don't actually see this penalty included, it's just it's already pre-calculated in the numbers on the top left when you're attacking. So you don't really have to worry about it, but you should be aware because it plays into things like trophy range considerations. Alright, beyond that, let's check out another attack while these guys are still training up. And we did this one in the last video, and we just did this one. I'm not rating attacks anymore, if anyone's curious about that, but it wasn't very good. let's check out this one down here. So we've got a whole ton of giants. 21 is a ton of giants. It takes up the vast majority of your army supply when you're doing 21 giants. Indeed, he's got 105 supply worth of giants out of 200. He does use his clan castle guys as well as a bunch of wall breakers in addition to that. And archers. I'm not sure if he had giants or archers in the clan castle, but he also uses a barbarian king and a lightning spell. So let's go ahead and check this guy out. And it looks like he got some good resources from us, so I would guess he's at least breaking into the center, if not completely wiping out the storages in the center. We shall see, though. Alright, once again, you can see their resources uncollected in the collectors. You can see them especially easy in the collectors alone. Looks like he's starting off with the exact same strategy as that other guy, just using archers to pick off the collectors. Now, though, he looks like he's going to come in more heavily. I would say you probably certainly should have deployed your stuff before that. Bring in wall breakers. They should break through the wall, no problem at all. Giants coming in, da-da-da. Interestingly, attacked from this side. We're going to see the giants get routed pretty easily around the outside, but so it is, so it is. All of the mortars are firing on the giants, and as you see, the archers right there got in the crossfire, so they died really easily as well. The giants were all grouped up, so some of the later giants, though, they're coming through the other hole in the wall, so that's going to help them at least survive a bit. Okay, more wall breakers coming into the center to detonate and let into the center, so that's good right there. Lightning's sort of late to weaken the stuff. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, because to weaken them ahead of time doesn't really matter either. Alright, though, so these last two giants, I don't think they're going to be able to kill these mortars. However, his archers are still doing damage to the gold mine, and a little bit to the elixir, or gold mine, elixir gold storage, and a little bit to the elixir storage as well, almost none, though. He really needs to bring in some more goblins right now would be amazing. He's got a hole straight to the center. Also, that barbarian king would have been amazing as well, but why did you deploy on the left? That's weird. So he does 40% damage, does not even 1-star us. Because he did 40% damage, that gives us a free shield, so that's all I care about. Interesting attack right there, interesting. While he did get some good resources, as we saw, I can't help but feel he could have gotten so many more so easily. Having 10 goblins mixed in would have done it. Just deploying your barbarian king on the top right, so it came in right at the storages, that would have done it as well. Any of those would have been very valid options to take out our storages. So while we lost some gold and stuff, I can't help but think that we got really lucky in that case. If he had just deployed a bit more efficiently, it would have been a lot more effective. Alrighty then. So, how's our army doing? Are we ready to go again? Let's see here. Alright, so we are 3 minutes out from training, and we can... Let's see, do we have another attack to review? Or no? Or yes or no? Or yes? We do. Oh, boy, this is actually really different. I should have looked at this before. So we've got wizards. So 32 wizards. This is really unusual. Unusual in the sense that wizards, you don't often see mass wizard armies. Sometimes you'll see wizards mixed in to add extra damage per second, and I approve of that. I don't think I'll approve of mass wizard, and I'll explain why right now before we even watch this. I haven't watched this attack. So the thing about mass wizards are they do lots of damage, but they're really slow to train, and they're fairly expensive. The hardest part about that, though, is they're slow to train. So this army right here, 32 wizards, that's 10 minutes per wizard, and so that's 320 minutes. Divide that by 60, and that is a 5 1/3 hours worth of army training to train up this army. That's not total, that's divided by however many barracks you have. So, potentially divide that by 4 barracks. But you know what? That's still over an hour. That's 1.3 hours just to train those wizards. That's a ridiculously long training time. Think about my giant healer army. That takes about... If I deploy everything and have to build it completely from scratch, that's only 25-ish minutes training. So yeah, really interesting there. That army right there is easily 4 times longer training. The other thing about this is interesting is I was just recently talking to a fan on IRC about wizards and giants together, and they thought that maybe they would be good together. And this is my thoughts, and I haven't tried this out, but this is how I'd predict they would do. Giants go for defenses, where wizards go for everything. So in general, the giants are going to sort of get ahead of the wizards if you've got too many of them. Although with this many wizards, it sort of depends how you deploy them. Alright, enough talking about this, let's go check it out. I'm curious how he's going to deploy them. Wizards are sort of squishy, so you don't want to deploy them in range of, say, an archer tower on their own. He's going the mass wizard route. So this has other problems as well. So these wizards will one-shot this, but look at how many fireballs attack a building after it's already destroyed. Too many go, like 3 or 4 fireballs are always hitting this to that get taken out. The other thing is wizards without any support from anything else from these giants, they're going to die pretty easily to these mortars. So he really should have deployed these other guys ahead of time, but we'll see. So he broke into center though pretty easily. Wizards are all dead though, except for this one lonely one on the side, and that leaves giants unprotected against these clan castle guys, which means giants will be dead giants very shortly. Yeah, this is a 1 1/3 hour army to train, and it is failing terribly. Yeah, that was awful. That was just disgusting. So, for people who wonder why I don't use wizards, well, there's a prime example. I don't use wizards because, yes, that was done poorly, but there's not really great ways to use them that effectively. At least not in a way that archers can't do the exact same thing exactly as well, or it's just only slightly inferior, and be so much easier to train. 4 wizards is 4 supply, and or 1 wizard is 4 supply, and that's 4 archers. 4 archers will train in 2 minutes, while 1 wizard takes 10 minutes to train. Okay, so that was certainly an interesting educational experience right there. Let's queue up some giants just for next time. I don't think I'll be attacking again. I've got to go to class soon, but we'll queue them up anyways. So that was 12 giants. How many more do I need? 4 more. Good enough. Let's go on the attack once again. So we found a base pretty easily with a good amount of gold down here at 1,200 trophies. So once again, we're going to be keeping in mind, does this beat 1,400 trophies? So that's where we're going back to. I dropped down to try to get some better gold counts. First 2 matches didn't find it, but if I search for like 30 or more matches and can't find more than 60,000 gold, 70,000 gold, then we'll know that it's about the same. But if I can, we'll know that this was a good decision. Well, there we go, another 90,000 gold. Should I attack this? Hum-de-dum-dum-dum. Yep, let's do it. Or the air defense is nice and exposed, so I don't really have a problem with that, going after it right away. We're going to deploy near this, I think that's Norwegian, it might be French, sorry, near this flag, so they go for the air defense right off the bat. Yeah, I think it's a French tricolor flag. I should know this. I'm taking a European history course right now, and we were talking about the tricolor flag, except we weren't actually talking about the colors. Oh, interesting. So I expected those giants to go for the archer tower that's on the outside, but they didn't, which is very interesting. Doesn't really matter, because as long as they stay grouped up, it's all good. So yeah, 1 switched over once we broke through the walls. But yeah, didn't expect that. I expected them to go air defense, archer tower, cannon under construction, and then break in through the walls. They didn't do that though, and that's just fine, because we've got enough giants to steamroll over all of these defenses, I believe. I think that will be proven true as well. Also, I don't really mind deploying a couple extra archers, or all my army in this case, because, like I said, I'm going to class, so training time doesn't matter. Maybe I should queue up a wizard army for you guys, just to show how I don't like wizards. The thing is, you have to be, like you saw, you have to be so careful against splash damage buildings, because they're squishy. They get a bit more health on a per supply basis than archers, but not enough to really make them have much fortitude. Barbarians, they've got fortitude. Wizards, they don't. Alright, so guys are coming in, blah blah blah. We're going to clean up this army right now. I could deploy more guys, should I? I mean, like I said, I don't need to train it. You know what? We're saving up elixir, so I'm not going to do it. Last guy just went down right there with 1 minute 40 seconds and this many archers and barbarians already out there. I do not feel concerned about this army whatsoever. And, yeah, we're just going to continue collecting this stuff. Let's check the corners for any extra buildings. And none. I didn't check for clan castle guys this time, and there weren't any. I guess I was sort of lucky. The other thing that makes me sort of unconcerned about that is, well, they had a bunch of resources in their mines and collectors. Well, not a ton. They had a bit, though. So maybe that's an indication of that they're not as active. But I probably should have checked. Yeah, the safe thing to do is definitely to check. Especially because I don't have a lightning spell. That could have gone a little bit poorly, but you know what? We survived. 90,000 gold, 69,000 elixir. Both of them nearly even to the 1,000. And let's head on home. And that leaves us with perfectly enough gold to start our Tesla upgrade to level 2. But first, we actually have a bit extra gold. So we can spend a bit extra gold on walls. So how much extra gold do we have? So this costs 1.25 million. We've got 1.3 million, which leaves us with just over 75,000, 80,000 gold left. So that means we can upgrade one wall to pink. One single wall, that's right. But you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to take advantage of it. And that leaves us with 5,000 extra gold once we start this, which is not enough to do anything. Can we upgrade this? Ooh, 5,000 gold. Perfect. And that leaves us with 800 gold when we start this upgrade. Wait, what? What did I screw up? 1.25? 1.25. 1.25. Ah, I thought it was 1.225. And it was 1.25. Ah, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I screwed up. I spent too much gold right there. I'm 25,000 short now when I thought I was going to be perfect because I'm a dumbass. Yep, because I'm a dumbass. That's it. What to do? You know what? I'm just going to end. I have to go to class soon in 7 minutes, so I'm just going to attack. Probably right before I get to class, but I can't record that on video because we're already past 20 minutes, and then I'll start the Tesla, and hopefully won't get attacked in that time. Alright, that's a lot of stuff right there. Let's load up a base real fast to review. Let's load up this top... No, let's load up the wizard guy. I want to see the wizard base. Let's visit the wizard base and review him, see if his base was as poor as his attack decisions. And I would say... yes, it is. The problem with this base is the defenses are very spread out, so... he's got all of his mines and collectors. He's trying to protect absolutely everything, which means you're protecting way too much. You can't protect this much because it leaves all of your defenses isolated and alone. So when they come under attack, there's nothing there to support them. Or there's only 1 or 2 defenses, when ideally you'd have 5 defenses defending every defense, like my base. So, that's right, review this base in the comment section. How would you attack this? I think you can do a really good amount of damage with archers, but you know what? Let me know what you think. Beyond that, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. I try to upload Clash of Clans videos every single day of the week. So, more content like this every day if you want to subscribe. Beyond that, if you already are subscribed, thank you very much for subscribing, and thank you for your ongoing support. You can share the support by liking and commenting below. Beyond that, guys, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.